So I've done the math. I blew over 10,000 euros in challenges before I ever got a single euro out of it. Reckless, some might say dumb, but I would always say it was very opportunistic, and I would call myself ambitious at the time. Now looking back at it, I would also call myself a little bit dumb, maybe a bit naive. But that's why I'm making this video. I'm basically just going to talk to my younger self right now and tell you what to do and what you definitely should not do. So when I was just starting out, and when I was just starting out with Propfirms, the rules were a lot more tight. We also had a 10% mark that we had to pass, but we also had a time limit of 30 days. Now, in general, I would say I always pass my Propfirm challenges within 30 days, but having that limit on there, it really messes with your mental game. And that's basically how Propfirms are built a little bit, is they want to put the pressure on you and they want to see, okay, how is this trader going to perform under pressure when they need to make X amount in a month or X amount over this time period. And I would buy challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge, and basically my whole salary that I was earning at the time was going into challenges. And this made me have such a major setback in life compared to if I would just invest it in, let's say, ETFs or do something fun with my money at that time in my life. Because I was basically working and I was living at home, not paying rent at all, but I was still broke. And this was very, very difficult for me at the time, as it came to a decision, okay, I really need to do something, and is trading gonna be it? Now fast forward a couple of years, and I'm glad I can say I made everything back, plus a lot more. And this shows that even if you don't make the right decisions, but you have a vision, that you will get there. You will always get there. And that's the thing with me now as well. Now I would say I'm in a different stage where I am making consistent money out of the markets, but now I want to scale this up to profits I've never seen before. And that's the thing with trading. There are always levels to the game. But what I want to make sure is that it will be a lot easier for you to pass these first levels compared to when I was just starting out. Because I did not have the guidance available on YouTube back then. I want to make sure that you have. Before I get into it, I want to let you know that I'm doing a free masterclass on August the 13th at 6 p.m. UK time. This will be a free live stream session where it will be 90 to 120 minutes, just me and you and a bunch of other people. And I will be telling you exactly what you need to do in order to be profitable. Now, I'm not going to tell you that you're going to be profitable after these 90 minutes because that would be complete BS. But I will make sure you have the complete systems and the right framework to build out your skill set and to make sure that you will become a profitable trader in perhaps the next 6 or 12 months. Now, the places are limited because I'm also doing a Q&A after. And believe me, this live stream will be pure gold. So, first link in the description, you can sign up. If you can't sign up anymore, it means that the seats are full. I'll probably do one of these sessions again in the future. But if you want to become profitable as quickly as possible, check out the first link in the description. So the first thing that you need to do to avoid the mistakes that I did is backtest your strategy 100 times. Please use FX Replay for this. There will also be a link in the description with a discount code to make it even cheaper for you. But why backtest? Why FX Replay? Now, backtesting so that you know that your strategy works and that you know that you can execute your strategy. Why 100 trades? Because this will be a good sample of data collection. Now, as you can see on the screen right here, I'm showing you how to go through FX Replay. And what you can see is that the data collection is absolutely supreme. So that is very important, is that you have a software where the data collection is super on point, so that you know what your average risk to reward is, what your win rate is, what your losing streak is, what your winning streak is, the average holding time, your winning days, your losing days. All these things will be very, very important so that you also will know, okay, what can I expect when I'm actually going to trade live? So collecting data, super important, because this is, I would say, the first step in your journey and probably a step that a lot of people skip. And then they go into a challenge without having data. So they cannot get confidence from this. They cannot know, okay, is this losing streak normal? Is this winning streak normal? They don't know their best days of the week. And basically they're just going to be guessing their trades without a proven strategy. And it is very important that you do the manual backtesting on FX Replay and not let an EA do the backtesting. Because executing a strategy is not only about the strategy, it is also about the person that executes it. So you want to mimic your live situation as best as possible on FX Replay, so that you can also test if you can see the strategy occur right in front of your eyes enough times to be profitable as well. Then once you have done that, I want you to demo trade and journal every single entry for at least 2 months. Again, why 2 months? Because I want you to have a good data sample so that we're not basing this on results of just a good week. And I would say that 2 months is even not that much, but I would say it's definitely enough to give you that indicator of how are you performing and how are your emotions also handling the trades, because that's also another thing that you need to monitor. So if you're journaling, don't just write down, okay, the entry, the exit, maybe a screenshot, and never look back at it again. No, I want you to write down how you felt. Of course, note down the exit, entry criteria, etc. if you followed your plan, yes or no, the screenshots, but also write down how you feel during the trade, before the trade, and after the trade. If you do this, we can also see how you're performing emotionally when you're trading. Because that's the thing. Remember how we talked about pressure and that the pressure has been put on by the Propfirms when you're taking a challenge? If your system has cracks in it, trading Propfirm challenges will crack these cracks open and basically have your whole system tumbling down. So it is to our best interest to make your foundation as strong as possible. Thirdly, remove the excitement. I see a lot of people that are still very excited about trading, and I think in a way you need to have a passion for it, but being excited about being in a trade is definitely something else. Because this means that or you're over leveraging or you're too focused on the outcome. If you're too focused on the outcome, probably means that you're already Ferrari or Lambo shopping while you're in a trade, and this will cloud your judgment. Now, I don't mean this literally, of course. Some people might do to some degree, but what other people do, and what is a lot more common than Lambo or Ferrari shopping while in a trade, is that they're going to calculate how much do I need to make on this account to replace my monthly income. And this is a very common one, and I've done this a lot in the past as well. But what this does is it makes you outcome focused. It makes you focus on the money that you can potentially gain out of the trade, and this will influence every single decision that you make that has to do with the trade. So make sure to remove that excitement and really look at it transactional. Okay, I'm executing this trade, I'm expecting it to go to here, nothing more, nothing less, right? We're not looking at the P&L, we're not looking at the money amount that we can make. Actually, you shouldn't even care. And while it's very difficult, as making money is the primary focus in this business, it will also be the primary reason that you will not make it. The fourth thing is only invest what you can truly lose. So compared to me, where I was investing, let's say 50 to 70% of my salary into Propfirm challenges, I would say only invest money that you can truly lose. Because again, this will allow you to have some mental rest about your financial situation. So only invest what you can truly lose means that you have your emergency fund handled, you have your bills paid, you have your basic needs paid every single month, and then everything that you have left over, maybe even after some simple investing, is what you're gonna invest into Propfirm challenges. Really be thoughtful about your money. And I think that is a trap that a lot more men will fall into than women, as we as men, we have the urge to provide, so to say. And because we have the urge to provide, we want to provide right now and not after 10 years, after 15 years. Now, of course, trading is seen as a get-rich-quick scheme, and especially with trading Propfirms, because the $500 that you would normally have, you're not gonna get rich of that, obviously. But if you invested into a 100k account, now you have $100,000 of buying power, and you might not get rich of it, but you can probably do your monthly salary with that. And again, because we have this urge to provide, we make stupid money decisions because of that. That's why most people that are addicted to gambling are men. And I would say most people that struggle with the emotional side of trading are also men. Now the fifth one, this is a golden rule, and it is spread your risk over multiple accounts. So that $500 that you were gonna invest into one 100k account, invest it into 5 20k accounts. Reason for this being is that you're not putting all of your eggs in one basket, and you're gonna spread your trades over these multiple accounts, so that you're not putting that account on a pedestal and having this all or nothing approach towards these accounts. I've done the math on this, and let's say with a 40% win rate, that's like a 99.9% chance that you're gonna get a payout if you do it correctly and if you keep on following a strategy correctly with only 5 accounts. Now, of course, this payout is not gonna be as huge as it would be on a 100k account, but this gets the ball rolling, and this will make sure that you're not investing your own money anymore into the new accounts, but money that you're getting from payouts. And basically you keep on doing this over and over again until you're buying 100k accounts, 200k accounts, and that's when you've scaled it up to a substantial amount where you can make a lot of money from it. Now the sixth and the last one is have extreme focus. I would say be obsessed with it and try to optimize your life in every single way to serve your trading journey. So watch your diet, watch your activity levels, track your sleep, remove your social media if needed, close all other tabs, only focus on one thing, and that is your trading. And try to improve every single day. Even if it is 1%, you're still improving. Something major that I've done this year, and I would say it did not directly improve my trading results so per se, but it did improve my mental capabilities for trading probably by 10 times. And what I've done is that I've got these 6 poker chips on my table right here, and I have my screen in the middle, right? And on the left are my untaken trades. So they're laying right here on the left. As soon as I take a position, I move it to the right side of my screen, meaning that the trades that I've taken and that I can still take are very, very physical. I can see it right in front of my eyes. And that's the thing with trading, it is just numbers on a screen. It's not physical. And because of that, it's also a lot harder for your mind to comprehend what it needs to do. A very good example of this is that, let's say you're running up 3,000 in profits and your target is $4,000. Price starts slowing down, but you're like, no, I need to get to $4,000 because this is my weekly goal or this is my goal for the challenge. It's just numbers on a screen. You're able to do this. But what if I would come to you and I know I'll give you $3,000 and I would say you have a 50-50 chance of getting $4,000 or you have a 100% chance of getting this $3,000. I think the people that take it off the table is probably like 300-400% more than the people that would take it off the table only looking at numbers. So making it physical is like a super cheat code. Now you don't have to get a poker set if you don't have one, but try to find something that works as well. You can use like random items you have on your desks or even like bottle caps, right? It doesn't really matter. I just think that playing poker and trading have a lot more in common than we think. So I really like the analogy of having poker chips on my table. What I've done, I've also made this video into a document. It goes a bit more in depth than I've done in this video. It is completely free to download. It's probably like the 3rd link in the description and it's yours to get. I would say see it as a cheat sheet you can use to build out your trading journey, following the steps, and you can take them off once you have done them. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it, and I would really like to see you in the next video. Bye bye guys.